So, I was recently challenged by a subscriber here on YouTube, and he asked me, if you had nothing, you're pretty much nothing, and so for me, nothing would be like 20 bucks. If you have $20 in your pocket, $20 in your bank account, what could you do to turn that into something somewhat substantial? And here's his kind of reasoning behind this, behind his challenge was, you probably know within 2 weeks time if you're going to make rent. You're going to make your car payment. You'll be able to pay for your health insurance. You'll be able to put food on the table or keep your electricity on. You'll know within 2 weeks time, right? And my answer was yes. You should know within probably 10 days, 2 weeks, 10 to 14 days if you should or should not be able to make your rent, make your mortgage payment, make your car payment, something of that nature. And so his challenge to me was, I challenge you to start with something very little and turn it into $1,000, maybe even $1,500 as quickly as possible. And how could you do it? And I told him eBay. eBay is the way to go. And here's the reason why. You do not need an audience. You do not need a lot of money. You do not need a lot of knowledge. All you need is the perseverance, okay, and the drive to actually get something done. So, what I'm going to show you in today's video, okay, on my screen right now, I'm going to show you my screen in just a second, but on my screen right now, what I'm looking at is my 10-day numbers, what I sold, what it cost me to buy, and how much profit I ended up making with a running total of the exact profits that I made. Now, it only took me 10 days to make over $1,200 profit by doing this, by going to thrift stores, buying stuff at a very low cost, turning around, flipping it over onto eBay, and making the difference. It's a very easy business. Now, here's the cool part, okay, and I'll show you this in a second before I show you my numbers, is I have a course. It's called Thrift Store Profits. Now, you do not need the course, okay? I guarantee you, you can go into a thrift store and you can find profitable items. Here's the kicker. Here's the reason why I created this course. I created Thrift Store Profits simply because so many people were buying stuff, but it wasn't the right item. They were not looking at the specifics of the item, and because of that, they were losing money. So I created Thrift Store Profits and added one of the little modules inside there. I guess it's not little. It's 67 plus profitable products you can buy at a thrift store. So if you're not sure what to buy and you're looking at these numbers and be like, wow, how do you do it? It's because I know what to look for. And it's because of that I was able to make some money. So let's get into it. All right, so here's the cool part. Okay, so here are my numbers. Now, I want to be very clear with you guys. I've been selling stuff, doing resale, and buying stuff through thrift stores for a long time. When I say a long time, I'm talking, probably about 10 years. I've been doing this, not full time for the past 10 years, but on and off. And so I do know what to look for. I do know what to buy. I know how to get the best deals. But again, all that stuff is over inside Thrift Store Profits. So if you want to get in on it, okay, I highly recommend you do. I'll show you that in just a second. But inside Thrift Store Profits, okay, I show you a lot of different stuff that you probably not going to see anywhere else. So go and get it. Also, I'll put a discount code. Okay, I'll put a discount code down below in the description. So make sure you use it so you can get a discount. But here is Thrift Store Profits right here. Now, the nice thing about Thrift Store Profits is that I show you how to make $100 or more per day just by following my method and what I know works. Now, there's other people that have a very similar method or maybe even a different method and it works too. Okay, I show you intro to Thrift Store Profits, how to 67 profitable products. This right here is going to be more than enough to get you started. And you can read this off if you want to, some bonuses I throw in there. But if you want to go check it out, I highly recommend it. It is going to help you out. So let's talk about the items I purchased. Now, I don't have every single item that I purchased listed. And the reason why is because honestly, it doesn't matter. All that really matters is the items that sell. Okay, so I did buy a decent amount of stuff. Okay, but so what you need to understand is that I took into consideration what the profit was. Obviously what the cost was. Shipping, fees, all that stuff. Okay, I haven't had any returns. So just bear with me on that. I don't offer returns, but in the instance something doesn't come as described, I will give somebody a return. So let me show you what I did. Okay, day one right here. the nice thing about this was day one I started with 20 bucks. So I was able to purchase 10 items. I tried to find the 10 best items I could find at that thrift store. It cost me $18.90. I ended up listing it that day. Now, I did not sell anything. Now I think I might have sold one thing like later in the evening, but I didn't put it on that day. The next day I went to a thrift store. I went to one thrift store, and at that thrift store I didn't find a single thing. I also went later in the evening, but that day I ended up making $31.10. So my running total was $31.10. I ended up selling a cassette player and a Lacoste shirt, Lacoste polo shirt. Okay. Day three, ended up picking up 14 things. Now here's something that I want you to understand. Okay. So I ended up making $31.10 profit. End up spending $18.90 on my total items. So when you look at this, the $31, I think it was like $44, $45 that I ended up having in that PayPal account. Now, the way I did it is my wife's PayPal account also has a PayPal business debit card. So because of that, I can take her card and I can use it. So that is exactly what I did. I didn't have to wait for payments to show up to my bank account. I just used it right through PayPal, and so it made it very easy. It was a seamless business plan. So I ended up making $31 that day. Day three, ended up taking all that money that I had, and I bought 14 items, paid $42.58, and ended up profiting $66.15 from the things that sold. Ended up selling an arm sling, a racquetball racket, and a blender. The blender was just the blender motor. It wasn't the and so I talked about that as well inside my Thrift Store Profits course. So again, go get it. Go use the discount code so you can save a little bit of money. If you don't want to get the course, I will put a link down in the description box below for the number one eBay item that I've been looking for lately, and it's making me a killing. So if you want to know what that is, go and get it. Okay, it's a free video. You can go and watch it. Again, all you got to put is your name and email address, and you can watch it right now. Day four, ended up picking up 3 items. It cost me $23.97. Ended up profiting $122.82. And okay, what I need you to understand is this that I profited was not off these items. These items obviously weren't listed yet. Okay, I ended up profiting off these items, the 14 and the 8 items that I purchased the days before. So ended up selling a VHS player, which did extremely well. Ended up selling a John Deere toy, Innovate shoes, and a Marmot jacket. Okay. Day 5, ended up picking up 32 items for a cost of $97.36. Remember, I made $122.82 the day before, so I had money I could spend. And so I went out there and spent it. And from my $97.36 buy cost, and from the day before, I ended up selling and making $188.23. And I sold 4 pairs of shoes, a Wacom tablet, a breast pump motor, and a garage door opener. It was a kit. It wasn't the whole garage door opener. Okay? And so total, my running profit is $408.30. Day 6, I ended up purchasing 7 items, paid $27.93, ended up making $18.47, and all I sold was 1 pair of SAS shoes. SAS is one of the brands I mentioned inside Thrift Store Profits. So if you're not sure what to buy, you're unsure about everything, go and check out Thrift Store Profits. Day 7, bought 11 things, $48.72 is what I spent. I made $190.57. I sold a steam cleaner, motorcycle helmet, thermostat, blender container, and a Pendleton jacket. Day 8, bought 4 things, paid $9.96, profited $191.90 off those items, and I sold a Nike coat, a Disney toy, a router, a drill charger, security cam, and Lariat boots. The boots, I think I ended up making a little bit over $100 profit on just that item alone. And total right here is $809.24. Day 9, ended up buying 22 items, paid $64.37, and from what I sold right here, the router, grinder tool, a Uniden phone, AT&T phone, and a food processor, I made $128.75. Again, all that is with fees, shipping, and the cost of goods. all that is included. So that's all taken into consideration. Day 10 was a pretty good day. End up finding 14 items. I went to the thrift store the morning of day 10. I paid $50.18. Ended up selling a health book, a Canon camera, a mixing bowl, a beer light, VHS player, a Wrangler shirt, a Baby Alive toy, and some Nespresso parts, and ended up making $305.48 for a grand total for the 10 days of $1,243.47. All this was because I put in the work, I knew what to buy, went out there, bought it, listed it, and then when it sold, I shipped it. Now, one of the things I really want you to understand when it comes to seeing my numbers, okay? First off, I know what to buy. And I'm not saying this to sound, cocky or to brag. I'm just saying, I've spent the time to understand and do the research on the products that I want to buy, that I know I can find in my area, okay? So that's number one. So the first question I always get from people is, how do you know what to buy? I know what to buy because I've looked, I've done the research. I've taken different courses, and I've purchased guides from people online to learn what it is that they're buying, what they're seeing, because it's probably something I could learn from. And so even though I'm a seasoned reseller, I still purchase guides and courses from people to learn something new and to kind of advance my skill set, which again I think you should too as well. Now that's one of the reasons why I put together Thrift Store Profits. It is a great course, great online kind of guide for new sellers, but it's also a great guide and a great course for more advanced sellers as well. So I'm showing you different things that you may or may not have thought of or even seen. The next question that I get a lot from people is, don't you factor in gas costs, your cost of maintaining your car? Yes, I do. Now, I didn't include it with the numbers that you just saw because one of the thrift stores, I only went to 2 different thrift stores. One of the thrift stores is less than 4 minutes away from my house. The second thrift store is only 9 minutes away from this office. So because of that, I spent, I think for the 10 days, and that's with running back and forth, taking my son to soccer practices and going to the gym, I used less than half a tank for my car, and my car, it costs about $45 to fill it up. Okay, 45, 50 bucks filled up. And I used half a tank in less than half a tank in those 10 days. So do I factor that in? Yes, I do. Did I do it for this particular one? I guess we could take out, I don't know, 20, 50 bucks, and that would more than well cover it. Another question that I get from people all the time when it comes to when I ship stuff on eBay is, do you factor in the cost of your tape? In most instances, I'm using stuff that I've either got for free from eBay. So I've used the eBay, shipping supplies. The next thing is I usually do priority mail, and so I either use the priority mail, the shoebox, to ship a lot of the stuff that I showed you, and I sell quite a bit of shoes. I also use the priority mail flat rate padded envelopes. Those do really well. And so that's one of the things that saves me like $3 every time I do like a heavier item that's over a pound, but it's also light or small enough it can fit into a 9x12 padded envelope. So something like that, instead of paying the $10.86 that normally costs me to use a priority mail box, I use the priority mail flat rate shipping envelope, which means I don't really have to pay for anything, any tape or any shipping supplies, because it's free. One more question that I get time and time again when it comes to selling items on eBay is, what do you do with the stuff that doesn't sell? Now, this is something that I address and inside Thrift Store Profits, but one of the things that I do if it doesn't sell after 6 months is I do usually once a year, sometimes twice a year, but I do a yard sale and I will sell stuff. So in the spring I usually do one, and then sometimes at the end of the summer, depending on what I have, I'll do a big warehouse, kind of yard sale. And from that, whatever's left over, I will usually donate. Now, the one thing you need to understand is there's items that are seasonal. So if I buy them, I know it's just for Christmas time, or it's only people that buy it are going to be using it in the summertime or in the fall, whenever. And I'm selling something that I know only sells at Christmas time, but I just bought it in the summertime. I'm going to hold on to that. I'm not just going to list it and say, okay, if it doesn't sell tomorrow, I'm going to throw it away. No, I know it's not going to sell till Christmas time, so I'm going to hold on to that particular item. So that's just one of the things you got to know in the back of your mind is this item is not going to sell today, but it will eventually sell. And the last question that I get probably more than anything is, what do you do with the money that you make, with your profits? And in all honesty, I take all that money and I roll it right back into the business. I roll it right back into eBay. And if I'm selling stuff on Amazon, I'll take all that money, I'll roll it right back into Amazon. But for what I'm showing you right now, I'm going to take all this money, okay? And so this was, what, 9, 10... This was the beginning of December that I started to do this. Okay, so just understand this isn't yesterday. So I've already started to take this money and roll it back into my main eBay account and kind of get off my wife's account, and things have been going very well. And so just understand, if you are making any money, you're making any profit, take all that money, don't spend it. Don't spend it on stupid stuff and buying a new cell phone. Take that money and reinvest it back into more inventory so that you can make even more money. The last thing I want to say when it comes to making money on eBay and turning this into a full-time income, because look at this, okay? Just think about it. I made $1,200 in 10 days. That means after 10 days or 30 days in a month, I should be able to make about $3,600 profit from just kind of the exact same, taking the numbers, rolling it over, multiplying it, stuff like that, right? That's full-time income. So the one thing I want to say is you can make eBay a full-time income. You just have to put in the work, all right? So if you guys have any questions on eBay, making money, you got any questions on anything, let me know. Ask your questions down in the comment section below. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you smash that thumbs up button, subscribe, and also click that notification bell so you don't miss any more of my videos. And I'll see you guys on the next one.